Hello, guys, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. It's finally returned. We are able to talk about league football. It's a day to rejoice about and be over the moon. And even better, we have Tommy from TommyTalksBall. How you doing, lads?
Yeah, all good, all good. Looking forward to the Premier League again. Obviously, Tommy, mate, I bet you're buzzing, aren't you, at the moment? Top of the league, Palace to come. I mean,
if you watch my streams, yeah, I get so much stick from fellow Spurs fans because I don't think it's sustainable. The football we're playing, I don't think it's sustainable. Do you know what? I didn't actually mean to wear these, but these are sort of Wolves colours. I didn't actually mean to wear this, maybe subconsciously, but this is Wolves colours here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably the only shirt that's been orange of ours for the last 30 years. Must be like subconscious.
True.
It does look a classic, to be fair. I am liking that shirt.
It's a quality shirt. It's a quality shirt. Under Armour with the best. Under Armour with the best.
What's it like to be top of the league?
It's torture. It's going to be torture. When we finish 8th, it's going to be torture. When we come back to this, it's basically torture because I know this is not sustainable with the football we're playing. It's just there's no way this is going to carry on. I'm glad I'm on a sort of neutral stream like yours. It's a massive pleasure to be on because hopefully not too many Spurs fans in the house. Hopefully not too many Spurs fans in the house.
We actually have got quite a few, haven't we? We've got quite a few Spurs fans. So if you are a Spurs fan, and even if you're not, go and check out his channel because he did a video recently and it hit 250,000 views. He managed to get Son's free kick. I couldn't believe. Oh man, I'm so
crazy.
Happy. Basically, South Korea's most favourite YouTube streamer now.
You are. You're a celebrity in South Korea. Like if you went there, you'd be more.
Do you know what? We were talking off air a little bit, and a third of South Korea supports Spurs because of Son. A third. It's crazy. He's not just their main sportsman. He's their main guy. He's their main celebrity. It's like madness.
He's like Manny Pacquiao for the Philippines, isn't he?
Yeah. That's a good comparison.
Right, isn't it? Should we jump into these predictions then?
Let's jump in. And guys, I do apologise, but my laptop is about to die any day now. So if I am skipping, I do apologise. Let's start because when I go really small, I'm hoping it increases. So, guys, as you know, it's 3 points for a correct score and 1 point for the correct result. And at the end of the video, we'll do what we always do and have a look at the league table. But let's start.
Yeah, I hate the league table at the moment, although it's slightly better than it was last week. Obviously, we're going to see why James is buzzing. But I mean, let's start into the first game. And I've just noticed literally all three of us have predicted the exact same score. And I don't think you could blame us. Obviously, Spurs have won every single one of their games. Palace are yet to win. The only interesting thing is Spurs are actually yet to concede, aren't they, in the league? I believe I've got that right. We've both gone for Palace to get a score. So, Tommy, mate, obviously you've gone for a Spurs win, but why do you reckon you're going to concede in this one?
Law of averages, quite frankly, law of averages. Against you lot, you was all over us. You were absolutely all over us. If you had if Adama Traore could finish, and I suppose, Raul Jimenez, he's been out for a very long time in this whole fracture skull situation. So, you haven't scored. You've had the exact reverse of our results. You've lost 3-1-0s. We've won 3-1-0s. But law of averages, and Palace are our bogey team. Palace away is our bogey team. If you look at the teams lower down the table, they are our bogey team. It's a London derby, so they'll be up for it. But I reckon we'll scrape through. They'll score. Zaha does well against us too, so if he's there, he'll probably nick that goal.
They've got a few decent signings, haven't they, as well? Look, let's go on to the Arsenal game. James, I'll let you intro this, mate, because you guys have both gone for a draw. I mean, I can accept Tommy. Tommy's a Spurs fan. Of course, he's going to put Arsenal to draw, but you really don't think they're going to win?
It's 19th versus 20th. What else can you say?
It's a relegation battle already.
It's a 6-pointer. Neither team have got a point. It's just, I don't think Arsenal will win. I just don't think they'll win. They're a bad team.
Yeah,
that's all I've got to say. I don't know what to say about Arsenal.
Tommy, mate, I'll hand it over to you. I mean, I'll let you just go in as a Spurs fan on Arsenal. You must be absolutely buzzing with their start to the season so far.
It's not just the results; it's the performances. Oh, it's just Burnley. I wouldn't be surprised if Burnley get 5 past them. The way they're playing, the way they're playing right now. It's shocking. It's shocking. They have had a tricky start. To be fair, they have had a tricky start. But I tell you now, I want Arsenal to win this game. I want Arteta in a hot seat when we play him in 2 weeks' time. So I want Arsenal to win this game. Absolutely. But I think they're so poor. I think they're so poor that it will be a draw. I honestly do believe. I'm not just saying that as an Arsenal hater. I genuinely believe they're going to get a draw.
I mean, James, you obviously said that they're not strong, but you've got to give them their dues, aren't they? Currently holding up the rest of the table right down there at the bottom.
Brilliant.
Anyway, moving on. Brentford versus Brighton. Interesting, but we've all gone for draws. I think both of them have had pretty positive starts to the season, haven't they, really? I mean, Brentford have come up pretty... They look like they belong here. I mean, whether they're going to die off a bit later on, but the way they've started, they look like they belong in the Premier League. And from what I've seen so far, I don't think either Brentford or Brighton are, expected to go down for me personally. But yeah, I've gone for a straight 1-1. Tommy, you obviously think it's going to be the same result, but a bit more of a higher scoring game.
Yeah, I think Tony will nick a couple. I think he's only scored 1 so far, or maybe not even 1. I think, one. He's only scored 1 so far.
He's had 1, yeah.
You're right. I think everyone expected him to come firing, and it's. I mean, to be fair, he's not had a terrible return, but I think people maybe thought he would have done slightly better.
Yeah, open plays look fantastic. If they draw 2-2, they get 2 or 3 goals. I reckon he'll at least get a brace. So I can see a high-scoring game. It's one of the most difficult to predict. Tomorrow's games, Saturday's games, certainly one of the most difficult to predict.
I'm with you on that one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a win either way, but I've gone down the middle to try and hedge my bets. Coming on to the Leicester game, a few different results, only one. We all think there'll be an away win. Leicester haven't seen themselves this season. Soyuncu has been bang out of form. They're really missing Johnny Evans. Will he play Daka? Will he play Iheanacho? Will Vardy get the nod again? City are without Edison as well, Fernandinho. But I still think they're strong enough, City, to get the win. You obviously think the same as well. Do you think they'll win quite comfortably, Tommy?
Yeah. I've got them in the same score as Scott. There's actually a lot of similar scores as Scott, actually, in the top 5 there.
That's not a good thing based on my league position.
Yeah, maybe not. But I'm not convinced Leicester will even get in the top 6. Honestly, I'm not convinced they'll get in the top 6. I think Fofana's a massive miss for them. Obviously, he had a big injury. I don't think Vestergaard's any sort of replacement. I don't think he fits into the Leicester system. It's smart. It's good that they got a replacement, because if it happened with Spurs, we wouldn't get a replacement. We just leave it, because we just don't touch. We just don't touch depth or late injuries. We'll just leave it. But I think they're going to struggle. They struggle at the end of the last 2 seasons. They sort of fall off a cliff. I think they're going to struggle at the start of this season. Maybe come good later. So Man City all over.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because not to go off topic too much. In our season prediction video, I put them 6, and I got a lot of flack for that. But I just don't fancy them this season at all. And looking at it,
interesting to know if Leicester fans would perhaps give us a bit of stick for these predictions. Maybe not because it's City, but of course City are going to have to start Scott Carson, which is of course interesting because their second back goalkeeper has COVID. Apparently only played like 1 league game and something daft like 7 or 8 years in the Premier League. So that's going to be an interesting test for them.
Oh, is he starting?
Yeah, Stephen's out.
Because Edison. Oh, of course. Edison international duty. Oh,
and their backup keepers out as well.
I mean, Man United, Newcastle, let's jump onto that. I think all 3 of us have, we've gone for a United win. Bit one of those, isn't it? United themselves, they've had a pretty dream transfer window. They've seen a lot of action, of course. It's going to all be about Ronaldo, isn't it, essentially? But Newcastle, on the other hand, I know their fans are absolutely annoyed. They didn't get Ashley out, and 2, the only signing they made was Willock, who they had last season. So I think it's just going to be one for them for me. I think it's going to be an easy United win. Obviously, Tommy, you've gone for the same. You've gone for a 2-0 win, Newcastle not to get a goal.
Yeah. Man United at home, far too strong for me. And yeah, Ronaldo's debut is going to be a massive affair. But yeah, Man United. I think Varane might play his first match. Varane.
Yeah,
Is that how you pronounce it? I think he may play his first match as well, and that's going to him and Maguire together. It's going to be difficult to break through that defense.
Didn't Varane play against us in the last game, Scott? He did.
I can't remember, and I was there.
Yeah, Varane. It was underwhelming. Do you know what? I've put Ronaldo in my FPL. I've gone for it. It's Ronaldo. You've got to. I've done it.
I don't think he'll. I think he'll do well. I don't think he's worth the money of the FPL, but that's another topic.
He's on the penalties now.
That's true. I need to get rid of Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is still in my team, and he's going to be in the mud, isn't he?
Oh, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's crazy.
He's in the mud now. He ain't got his penalties and his free kicks. But anyway, let's move on to the Saints West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham second in the league. Southampton haven't got a win yet, but they have got 2 draws. I don't see anything but a West Ham win, but I think it will be close. They are conceding goals, West Ham, so I think they'll concede again. Southampton at home. I think West Ham could potentially go. Could they go top? Maybe. Although I've predicted Spurs to win, I still think West Ham will get the win.
Yeah, definitely. And it's interesting, Tommy. You've gone for a draw. Actually, that'll be an interesting prediction. What made you think this one's going to be a draw?
First of all, I cannot stand West Ham. I really cannot stand.
Yeah. Why?
I hate West Ham more than I hate Arsenal. I hate West Ham more than I hate Arsenal. I can't stand them. I've got a lot of West Ham friends, and they thought they were a big team. Before last season, for 25 years, they finished 5th or 6th under Harry Redknapp in 1996, and since then they still live off the fact they're a big team. After that league finish in 1996, so I'm not having that. 2 relegations later. It'll be a nightmare if they finish above us again this season. I think they will finish in the top 6, but I think Southampton are decent. I think they're decent. I think Adam Armstrong's a good, smart bit of business to replace Danny Ings. So I can see West Ham dropping points here. Yeah,
maybe at home. I did narrowly go West Ham, but of course it's not a massively convincing result. I mean, I've actually gone for our next game. I've gone for you've both gone for Wolves wins. I think we've been playing very well. Obviously, me and James both as Wolves fans. Raul apparently not going to be available because it's similar to the whole Brazil situation. Mexico have also said it. I don't know if that's actually a terrible thing, actually, because I think he's not been playing fantastically so far. Let's just be completely honest. But Watford Wolves, it's become an interesting bit of a weird fixture, but now we don't like each other after the FA Cup heartbreak that they inflicted on us. There's been, you can't call it a derby or anything because of the distance, but it's a weird one that we just for some reason don't like each other now since that. Probably more on our side. But I just think that we're going to have a good performance. I think we will get our first goal of the season, but I also just fancy us to concede too.
I don't think we will. I think we'll get a clean sheet. And I think because Raul won't play, I've got a funny feeling. I don't know why, but I think we'll play well. I think we'll score a couple of goals. And I think Raul will have to fight to get back in the team. I can see Raul not playing for the next 5 or 6 games. I don't know why. So
who's getting there? Fabio Silva? You think Fabio Silva will take that?
Oh, it could be
Hwang or Silva, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who we go with. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game for sure. James, on to the next one: Chelsea versus Villa. Obviously, you've got 3-0.
I mean, did I put your score in incorrectly, or did you actually give me that?
Mate, I definitely think you have. I was looking at it and thinking, I've not predicted 3-1. I think you're trying to do me over here, which I really don't need because my predictions have been pretty bad anyway. I mean, carry on talking about this score as I'll spot check you, because if I have predicted that, I've had an absolute nightmare.
I've just looked at it and I thought, have I got that? That's my first mistake of the season as well. If I have got it wrong, damn. Chelsea have got 7 points. I think they're 4th or 5th on goal difference. Villa have got 4 points, a win and a draw and a loss. Chelsea at home, they're going to be too strong. Sure.
Yeah, just for clarity, I've matched Tommy and I went 2-1 Villa. No, I went 2-1 Chelsea, sorry.
You went 2-1 Chelsea, yeah. I was about to
I went
say,
2-1
I
Chelsea.
didn't go Villa. That's too risky for me.
What? So I've got the result and the score wrong?
Yes, I don't know where you got that from. He's trying to do me over for the prediction league, trying to make me look like an absolute tool here. But Tommy, anyway, on that one, as you say, you expect it probably to be a bit of a close game, but Chelsea to get the win.
Yeah, I'm not convinced by Villa either, to be honest, replacing Grealish. I'm not convinced. I think Danny Ings is an injury prone. It's not going to work out for them. Do you know what? I'll be surprised if they make the top 8 without
Really?
Grealish there. So yeah, Chelsea so strong defensively. I mean, when Tuchel first took over, I couldn't believe the defensive stats. Like first 14 games, he conceded 2 goals. It's just madness. 2 goals in 14 games, and that's going to stick with them. That's how it's going to be this season. They may not score 3 or 4 goals a game, but yeah, they're strong. They're strong. I would make them favourites for the league this season, Chelsea. So
you're not alone.
2-1 for me.
A lot of people are. A lot of pundits.
Yeah, I originally said City, but I might swap. I'm starting to switch my prediction.
It's that Lukaku thing as well. He's like the missing piece, isn't he? They just didn't have a striker.
Yeah.
They just really didn't have a striker. Werner wasn't cutting the mustard, was he? So that might be the missing piece to win a league title. Well, they won the Champions League without him, didn't they? They won the Champions League without him. So,
Very true. And got to the FA Cup final.
I mean, they did need to replace Werner, though. I mean, he had an absolute terrible miss at the international break, didn't he? A nice tap him that he managed to sky. But let's
about missing players. Leeds missing Rafinha, their star man.
Oh yeah, but look at Liverpool. Liverpool, they've lost Alisson because of this Brazil thing. They've lost Fabinho. They've lost Firmino. I think they can fill Firmino with Jota. Fabinho, they'll just switch around that midfielder. So I think, as you say, at one point I did consider changing my result when I saw who Liverpool have lost. But of course, Leeds have lost a star man, haven't they? So I think Liverpool. This will be it'll be an interesting game. I fancy Bielsa to do what he typically does and comes out, fighting and wanting to score. But I just think that will open them up too much, and I fancy Liverpool to get the win convincingly. Tommy, you've gone for a similar 3 goals, but you think Leeds are going to get 2 goals themselves. Do you reckon have you done that literally just because of that Bielsa factor? And we know how he likes to play.
Yeah, there's goals in that team. But it's funny you should say, Rafinha's not there, so it's perfect for Daniel James to make his debut, isn't it? It's perfect for Daniel James to make his debut. Then you've got Then, of course, you've got Bamford, who I would love to have signed as a backup. It wasn't mentioned a great deal. I thought because his contract was running out, it seemed like he'd be available. I think he's got a lot of goals in him. And you've got Jack Harrison, unbelievably underrated on the left wing. So this Leeds team has got goals in them. But when you mention those players missing for Liverpool, it's going to be a tight affair. 3-2 or 2-2 for me. I think there's going to be goals. 3-2 to Liverpool, 2-2.
There's always goals in that fixture, isn't there? Even going back to the famous game. Was it in like the late 90s? There's like a 4-3, same with United. And I think Viduka and Robbie Fowler and all them. Yeah, there's always goals in this fixture. And then coming on to Everton and Burnley. Everton, who are another team unbeaten. We've all gone for a win except Tommy. Doesn't believe it. Burnley have only got 1 point as well.
Yeah, this was a tricky one. I've always got to do something a little bit out there. I've always got to go for a score a little bit out there. Yeah, because the correct score is 3 points, isn't it? And I've got to do something a little bit different to get myself up the table. But I'm under Rafa Benitez. Rafa Benitez doesn't score too many goals. He certainly didn't under Newcastle. It's just always like they'll win. It'll be 1 or 2 goals, and Burnley always come through somehow. It's 2 sort of defensive setups, isn't it? It's 2 defensive setups, and I think Everton and Rafa prefer playing against an attacking team, so they can sort of hit him on a counter and that. So 2 defensive setups. I don't think it's the best thing for Everton. Draw.
It could be an interesting one. I think it will be a close affair. And I think, it's going to be interesting because, as you say, Burnley can sometimes pull up the stops. Go on then. Let's move on to our other predictions.
Yes.
Hold on, Mike. Let's talk about.
I've missed Brad's. I've had a nightmare today.
Yeah, let's just quickly go through these. Mike Mike and Doug's. We'll have a look at Mike and Doug's. Obviously,
Brad, I'm
there's
sorry.
not really too much that stands out there, is there? I think it feels almost like one of those fixtures where I think a lot of it speaks for itself. Interestingly, Doug, we've got to pick up on this one, Tommy. Doug has gone for Palace to beat Spurs. Are you a bit surprised by that one?
We're missing 7 players. We are missing 7 players. So taking that into account, it wouldn't be completely surprising. And they are our bogey team. So.
Yeah, but as James said, it is Vieira as manager. Manager ever.
He is useless, isn't he? He is useless. He won't be there by Christmas, will he? No chance. No chance for me.
Nah. Let's move
the
on
only
to
other
the
one.
guys, then.
I wanted to look at Mike's 0-0 leads in Liverpool. Well, first of all, Mike, what? This is what? A nil. This is the one fixture of the season I would never put 0-0.
Is that going to be because it's going to be a cagey affair, though? We know that like Leeds have obviously got the star man out. Liverpool maybe going to go a bit more, defensively because of I don't see a 0-0 myself. But I'm trying to.
I don't know why you're trying to defend him.
I'm trying to defend Mike, but he can't defend himself.
I need to make a public apology to Brad. Sorry, Tommy. Brad, I'm really sorry. I thought I did it. I really thought I did it. I will make sure. I'll make sure we get added to the league at the end of the weekend. What was you saying, Tommy?
No. I was just saying. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. That is one of the fixtures you'd expect there to be a plethora of goals, a ton of goals. But we'll see. It's one of them. It's one of them. If he gets it, he's storming up the table, isn't he? If he gets that.
Yeah,
I don't think there's many on this.
I know Ant doesn't rate Arsenal. Ant's back to you guys. He's gone for that 1-1 draw. And then both of them are like they're obviously predicting goals in the Liverpool lead. So it's just Mike that's gone for the 0-0.
He's the only person in the country who's put 0-0 on that fixture.
I'm quite pleased to see that a lot of the other streamers seem to be backing Wolves as well.
Yeah, everyone's gone for that. I've seen that.
I'm not.
I've seen that. Everyone's gone for that.
Everyone's put a Wolves win except for the Wolves fan down there. Degenerate. Right.
There we go. Yeah, so quick overview of our prediction league. Tommy, you're sitting nicely in the middle, aren't you? You know,
I'm in the top half. I'm fourth, so I'm in the top half. There's only nine teams, so I'm in the top half. I'm happy there at the moment.
Well, if we do have anyone who's new and they're like, bloody hell, who's that James? Who's that good-looking guy with the picture? That's me. I'm James. I'm top by 3 points. Listen, I have to brag now because I know the wheels are going to fall off. I know I'm going to be bottom in like 2 months, so I have to appreciate it now.
I need to get out of that red. I just don't like the look of red. But having seen Mike's put 0-0, I'm quite confident I'm going to get out there, to be honest.
It's a marathon, isn't it? It's a marathon. And I'm like, yeah, that's where you want the marathon runner, don't you? Third or fourth, and then just boats for the finish.
Then just
the last,
at the end. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what
Tommy,
I'm going for.
Massive thanks for coming on. Tell our viewers about your channel.
Right, so yeah, like you guys, I do a little bit of neutral stuff because originally my channel name was Spurs Zone TV. I wanted to go more neutral now and again. It's sort of paid off because I do have some neutral streams. I done one last Friday, and I enjoy them. I enjoy them the most. It's nice to get out my Spurs headspace now and again. Not so much.
Your videos are live, aren't they, as well?
Yeah,
you do a lot of interactive videos. So go and check him out. Whether you support Chelsea, Spurs, Wolves, Everton, Halifax, go and check him out, man, because all of his videos are really good to watch and they go viral.
Well, yeah, the uploads do. When you're at the stadium and you get very, very fortunate, you get. Do you know what? Even for that Spurs Watford game, that was supposed to be. I booked that as Spurs Villa. I actually booked it as Spurs Villa. I got the wrong date. So literally 3 days before, I realised, oh bloody, I got the wrong ticket. I wasn't even supposed to go to that game, but it got me like ridiculous. It got me up in the subs and 300,000 views.
So meant to be, aren't they?
But thanks for having me, guys. And it's good to be on board. It's good to be on board for the whole season, and we'll have to collab, and of course I'll try and get on here as much as I can. So yeah, absolute privilege being on. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, great to have you on, mate. And as always, guys, make sure you sub to the channel, like the video, and we shall see you on the next one.
See you later.
Take care. Come on, you Spurs.